I'm Tiara McGee, and this is 21 Questions with Me. Probably being with my cousins. We would always like be making songs or going outside to play. We grew up in the country, so we'd be in Mississippi, like in the backyards, in the woods, just creating memories and, just bonding. So just anytime I had with my cousins growing up was fun.
As a kid, what you used to be getting from the ice cream truck?
So my favorite thing to get from the ice cream truck as a kid was the strawberry shortcake, the little crunch one or whatever with the, I don't know what they call them. I think it's just a strawberry shortcake ice cream bar. But yeah, that or the, I would like the Tweety Bird with the gumballs in the center. Although the gumballs was never fire. They always was like really hard and you couldn't really actually get them, but I don't know.
We just got fat girls.
Yeah, pretty much.
What was the most influential piece of advice you ever received from a parent or guardian?
Probably to take the things that I liked about how I was raised and apply them, and then the things that I didn't like, I can just not do those growing up. And then another thing is like to question everything, like never believe just anything off of what someone tells you. Always make your own opinion about things.
What is a childlike joy you still enjoy as an adult?
Probably listening to music, anything that's like field day related, anything that just involves me being able to be excited. But I will say, if I'm going to a concert and it's somebody that I was like in love with as a kid, I kid you not, I had seen Bow Wow. I was in DC and he was like hosting. I literally lost it. And then Mario, I went to go see Mario. And when he started singing, Just a Friend is one of my favorite songs of all time, y'all, all time. And so when I went to go see him, y'all, I almost passed out. So that would definitely be what really gets me right back into those teenage years.
What was your favorite, most imaginative game to play alone as a kid?
My favorite imaginative game to play alone as a kid. I really don't know, but me and my sister, we would make like these bug hotels. We would literally go like dig up bugs in the dirt. Y'all, like despite what it looks like, I used to be a tomboy, and we would go dig up bugs and stuff, and then we would make these like bug hotels, and I don't know, that was kind of imaginative, so that's what I can remember. I told y'all I was country, okay? Not too much.
Let me go on the infest house.
Not too much, not too much.
I'm gonna pause right there. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
If I could change one thing about myself, what would it be? Honestly, at this stage, I really enjoy the journey of it all. So I don't know if I would necessarily change anything, but I would say just, the whispers of like doubt every now and again that creep in, just being more consistent with like shutting those down sooner. So that's probably something that I would want to keep going at, basically.
What is your vision for a perfect world?
Ooh. Man. Considering the times that we're in, just one that is where everyone really just kind of understands each other. I feel like everyone just doesn't listen to each other. There's just so much chaos, so much just greed and power and dominating and things like that. And I feel like if we would just be a collective, actually love thy neighbor, actually look out for each other as a humanity, from a humanity standpoint, I think we'd be a lot better off. But, that's just not the world we live in right now.
What is a failure that you now look back on as a blessing?
A failure that I now look back on as a blessing. You know what? Every past relationship and or situationship I've had, I look at as a blessing because I feel like I really learned from each of those experiences, and it caused me to be the person that I am today. So I don't really see them as failures. I just see them as like lessons or blessings or something in between. And so, yeah.
Do you feel most at home in your own skin?
Probably when I'm able to just be my most relaxed, goofy, overthinking self, and I'm just accepted for that. That's usually anytime I'm with my friends or my loved ones, my family, like they just understand me. So my home is more so the people in my life that make me, that are bits and pieces of me that make me whole. So I would just say when I'm with my loved ones, who I'm able to just really, take my hair down, so to speak, and be myself.
What is a personal, non-negotiable boundary that you have in life?
Um, I think my non-negotiable boundary is honestly with myself of, I really am a big believer that nobody can do to you what you allow them to do to you. So I feel like, for me, it's making sure I uphold my own boundaries so that I'm not dealing with or being around anything that is going to bring me down or to a place that I don't like to go. So, yeah.
What is the strangest dream you've ever had?
I don't know. Um, you know what? I don't even know because I feel like I have so many strange dreams that nothing sticks out to me maybe, and nothing also is that memorable because they all are kind of vague. I will say though, and this might be a little TMI, whenever I'm having a dream and I'm like constantly like going to a bathroom, I know that I need to go to the bathroom, so I will end up waking up. But usually in my dream, if I'm like just constantly going there, I'm like, oh, that's my cue to wake up. I go to the bathroom.
Being in the bed.
No. That's what we try to prevent, okay? But listen, you get too relaxed. Do it a little too relaxed.
Yeah. If you could travel to any time period, any time machine, when would you choose and why?
I would travel to whatever is after this, okay? Whatever comes when this is all said and done, and hopefully it's a lot more peaceful, but ain't nothing for me in the past and ain't nothing for me presently. So I feel like we need to just, whatever is gonna happen once the dust has settled with whatever we got going on right now. That's where I wanna go.
What if it's a nuclear apocalypse?
Well, after that, I wanna go to whatever phase is the phase where we is peaceful, everybody's just walking around, we living off the land.
See, I don't
That's
feel like
what
you're
I
the
mean.
person that created to deserve, so you gotta pick some past shit.
No.
Yeah.
If racism aside, if I could choose a era to go to, it probably would be. I don't know, y'all. I could probably be stuck between the like 70s or the 90s, like being grown in the 90s. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I would really have killed that. Like, I feel like I would have killed that. So probably then. I feel like the 90s for Black people was an era, was a really good vibe. So I would say the 90s.
All right, we'll take that.
Yeah.
Take that into consideration. What is the most unusual thing you've ever eaten? Tell the truth, something.
The most unusual thing I've ever eaten. I don't feel like it's that unusual. I mean, I tried like one of the cricket things once. You know how like people eat the crickets, the dried ones. I tried that. I don't think that that's like so far off anymore. Yeah, at this point, I don't think that that's unusual. So I don't think I've tried anything. I'm trying to think if I have like a craving that's unusual to other people. No, but I just have an obsession with pickles. I will say that. I'll eat pickles at any type of, I'll eat it. Oh, you know what? I do have something. So, I do have something. So, back home in Texas, we eat pickles on our snow cones or snowballs or whatever you want to call them, right? Like an icy cup, and we put chopped pickles on top. And when I moved out here to the East Coast, like everybody looked at me like I was crazy for that, but it is actually a Southern delicacy. Thank you very much.
That might be a Texas delicacy.
Yeah, it's delicious. So pickles on your snow cone, don't knock it till you try it.
I love pickle flavored stuff, but pickle snow cones, nah.
No, yeah, you need to try it, and then you're gonna be like, what? Oh my gosh.
Can't If you came home and found a penguin in your freezer, what would you
A penguin?
do? Yeah.
I'd probably be like, oh my gosh, it's a penguin. I'm like into animals, y'all. I love animals. So I would be concerned for it. I would probably start researching or call somebody because how did the penguin get in there? I would care for it, guys. I would be very concerned, but I would also be obsessed. I'd probably take a lot of pictures. I would just be ecstatic.
What is the last show, book, or movie that moved you to tears?
That moved me to tears. I don't know off the top of my head right now, but I can tell you a movie that I can never watch again because it was just too emotional for me. And that is The Pursuit of Happiness, baby. I watched that once by myself and I never needed to see it again. I did not need to see it again. I'll just put it that way. It was very sad. I could not even I'm talking about pausing midway through because I couldn't take it. So, very sad movie. Good ending, but sad movie.
Tearjerker.
Woo.
If you won the lottery, what is the very first thing you would buy besides a house?
I honestly would just go travel the world.
Where you going?
I think I'm going everywhere Caribbean, everywhere Black. Probably my first stop would be Brazil though, because I saw that Brazil's like 80% Black people. So I feel like I might as well go there. I'm going to Africa, baby. I'm going to Asia. I'm going pretty much everywhere, probably but Europe. I'm not really gonna go to Europe, but I will probably go everywhere else. And so travel. And I'm bringing the gang with me. At least I'm gonna provide the places for them. They gotta get their plane, but I'll provide the experience.
You get the lottery, you can't get my plane ticket?
Well, we ain't never disclosed how much after taxes in this economy. So.
I mean, you gotta have somebody to capture this content.
Okay. Well, you could come.
Thank
you. Yeah. Very true.
What is the most important lesson you've learned about love or friendship?
Oh my goodness. I think that you don't own anyone. Like, I don't own anybody, you know what I'm saying? And that you can't have like possession over people. I feel like, people are there sometimes for the seasons that they're there for, but everyone is on their own individual journeys. Like they're here by, placed by God and they have their own journeys to fulfill. And I feel like, when you cross paths with certain people, maybe it's for a short period of time, maybe they're meant to be in your life forever, but you gotta take everything with grace and understanding that it's all a part of the journey. So I think that's probably the most important thing I've learned.
What is a hidden passion or talent you have that you rarely talk about?
Oh, I think one that I don't talk about enough is that I actually can draw, but I've never taken it seriously enough to see what I could do, but I can draw pretty decently actually. So I think if I tapped into that, I would be interested to know how far I could get with that. But
when you say pretty decently Picasso, like what we talking about?
I'm talking about like I drew like a human anatomy figure of a woman in motion with like muscle when I was in high school, and it got like an award and was put in the class. Like it was pretty good, but I just never.
We're gonna find that picture and put that shit in this shit. Like wow.
You can actually. Anyway, but yeah, you can. Huh?
Is your phone background or something right now?
No, but I do have it in my phone. I'm an archivist, so I have the photo.
Put that in there so we can see how good it is.
Yeah, y'all could judge it. Now I was in grade school, but I think it was pretty good even despite that. So yeah.
High school at first, now it's grade school, crazy. All right. What does your perfect unproductive day off look like?
Ooh, my perfect unproductive day off probably looks like waking up, but then like easing into the day. I'm gonna definitely go get something to eat with some friends. Maybe we're gonna go grab brunch or grab something to eat, but it's gonna involve food. Probably getting to go to like the movies. I love going to the movie theater. And now that I live in Florida, I feel like, maybe hitting up the beach or something like that. Just a very relaxed day, leisurely day. And then just ended up on the couch with like a good show, binging a good show, eating more food. So, yeah.
What do you want your legacy to be?
I really want to be known for being able to help people get out of their own mind as far as like their mentality, victim mindset mentality. I want people to know through how I live my life and how I also pour out into the community and my projects that they do not have to be, like trauma does not have to be their resting place. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that my legacy is that when people connected with me or talked with me or interacted with me, that they felt better about this crazy thing called life and about themselves within it and their purpose within it. That's what I hope that people will get from me.
What is the 21st question you wish I had asked you today?
Uh, Probably how am I doing?
How are you doing?
I feel like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at this really good, like 8.3-ish or whatever. I think it's balancing everything that's going on while also continuing to give yourself grace while pursuing your own dreams and things like that. I think I'm in this really beautiful budding stage, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Thanks for asking. Hey y'all, thanks for watching. You can follow me at tiara.mcgee_ and follow my podcast Before the Bills on all platforms.